Hey, so let's talk about cruise prep. So today we're going to be talking about a list of things that you want to plan before you head out on your cruise. Dealing with these things will help make the days leading up to your cruise much less stressful and really probably set you up for an awesome trip. So let's check it out. And so the first thing you're going to want to probably check on is your passports. So you're going to want to double check your passport's expiration date. So even though your passport might expire on whatever date it is, it has to have 6 months after the date of travel, or they won't let you travel. Now on some cruise lines and some itineraries, you can simply travel with a birth certificate, and that's only on a cruise. They call it a closed loop cruise that goes, say, for instance, from Miami out to certain ports and back to Miami. Now, it doesn't have to be Miami, but you get the point. It starts and ends in the same U.S. port. But a passport really makes life simpler if you have problems in one of the ports that you pull into. Renewing can take a lot longer right now, so you don't want that added stress. They say it can take 2 to 3 months to get a passport renewed, depending on what speed of service that you pay for. So hey, if you've booked a cruise, go take a look at your passport. Just make sure that you're good to go. So would you like this video? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. We love our little fun fam that's growing, and we appreciate all of you that subscribed, and we're looking forward to meeting those of you who subscribe soon. So thanks in advance.
Check the health and safety protocols. Check the top of your cruise line's website. This is where you're going to find this information. They almost always have a link to the COVID protocols, especially right now. All of them have one.
I think they all do.
Yeah. The rules are changing on almost a daily basis and will probably continue to change for a while. This is one reason why we recommend having a good travel agent, because they can help you keep up on the protocols also.
So I'll call this travel planning, but really, one of the things, so if you're flying, we always suggest you fly in a day or more early. Flight cancellations are just so common right now. And if your flight doesn't get canceled, what we've run into recently is it seems like they're moving your flight by an hour or 2 hours. We actually had to change flights for the cruise we're just about to go on because the flight times got messed up for us. So something you should, once you do get your flight booked, pay attention. And I think, flying in a couple days early, then it just gives you like a day in the port you're leaving from. So it's almost like having another port on your cruise itinerary. Yeah. But do whatever makes you the most comfortable. Obviously, if you're driving in, plan accordingly.
Travel insurance. We always recommend travel insurance. If you're taking more than one big trip a year, you might want to consider getting an annual plan. Yeah. Otherwise, your cruise line's insurance may work out just fine for you.
And actually, this is one kind of near and dear to our heart, because it turns out we're going on a cruise here in 2 weeks. Yeah. And about a month ago, we weren't sure we were going to be able to make it due to some circumstances that kind of popped up out of the blue. Yeah. And initially, we'd never used travel insurance before, so I had to scramble around. But I tell you what, we've always had it. Yeah. Yeah. And it really gave us, once we figured out, oh, we're good, the travel insurance covers that, it gave us such peace of mind. So we highly recommend travel insurance. All right, well, check in for your cruise. In fact, like I just said, we're going on ours in 2 weeks, and I checked in last night. I always set an alert on my phone to remind me. I like to stay up late and check in as soon as possible so that we can get our preferred check-in time. Some people like to get on the boat immediately right away. Other people like to wait because then when you get on board, you can get to your cabin, drop off your stuff. It's up to you. Print out your luggage tags, all your boarding passes. We also print out the receipts, the email receipts for any purchases that we pre-purchased for our cruise. Put those in a folder so that we can put it with our carry-on luggage so it's easily accessible. But so you just, all those little details you want to try to get done, as soon as you can.
We usually like to board early so that we can maximize our time on the ship and now do some video stuff. Yeah. That being said, checking in a little later isn't all that bad because your cabin isn't always ready if you get on the earliest boarding time. So We've done both. Credit cards. Yeah. Call your credit card company or your bank to be sure that they know that you will be traveling. Some companies will shut your card off if they see usage outside of the country and you haven't notified them.
We always try to use cash
Yeah.
when we're in ports, but sometimes there's a purchase here or there. You might want to use your credit card because some of those have like insurance on the stuff that you bought. So
Right.
then if you have it shipped home or something, so something to think about. So phone coverage. That's something you're going to want to check too, like your cell phone coverage. One of the cruises we went on, we went to St. Thomas and to San Juan, and we were fortunate that our cell phones actually covered us in those ports. But if you need to stay in touch with home, you're definitely going to want to know your options because service on the ship can be, or in the port, can be very pricey, but obviously worth it if you absolutely need it. And if you think you're going to use it, get a plan ahead of time. It's always cheaper to get it in advance than it is to after the fact, because it can really cost a big money.
And especially if you have teenagers. Luggage. Be sure that you mark your luggage well. We always have tags on our luggage. We also print out a full page sheet with our name, address, and phone numbers and place it on the inside of our luggage on top of our clothes. It's just something Ron's always done, which I'm thankful for. It's just another way to help someone contact us if our luggage was to get lost.
Yeah.
Another thing to consider is to tie a bright ribbon on the handle or get a brightly colored luggage strap to put around your luggage, or like us, just some bright duct tape. It will make it easier to find your baggage at baggage claim.
So here's some other things to consider, and we do a lot of this. Consider having the post office hold your mail. Now, in years past, we've had people just collect it for us. We just found it so much easier. Just either run to the post office or even on the post office website, you can just have them hold your mail and then deliver it for you, all of it, when you get back. And don't forget Fido or Spot or Rover or Fluffy. Get a pet sitter or think about boarding options. We've got a friend that comes and stays with the dogs because our old nag of a dog is
she's got anxiety. She'd probably have a heart attack. She can't.
She likes staying home.
Yeah,
she doesn't like to travel. Decide how you're going to water your plants if necessary. We've finally have plants that have survived
a few
years. So maybe adjust your thermostat. In the winter, drop it down a few degrees, or in the summer, take it up a few degrees if you want to save a little money. Set up parking for your car before you fly out. Parking at the airport can be super pricey. Convenient, but pricey. And there are almost always places where you can park and fly.
Some other things to think about ahead of time. Look into hotel reservations. Yeah. Maybe that's not a need for you because you live close, but if not, and you need hotel reservations, make sure you do that. Shore excursions, drink packages, Wi-Fi, specialty dining, all the fun stuff. And make sure you download your cruise line app so that you'll be ready to go when you get on board.
Yeah. So did we miss something that maybe you do before a cruise? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. That's it. That's really a lot of what we do for cruise prep. Yeah. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not, because in the weeks and months leading up to your cruise, you're excited, so it's kind of easy to do. But that's like I say, that's our cruise prep. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.